Hey, how's everybody doing? Today we are due for a 5-mile run as we continue training for the New York City Half Marathon. Before we get outside, just want to update you. Yesterday I was technically supposed to do a 3-mile recovery run after those 8 miles on Wednesday, but I was in the city working in the office. Megan was also working in her office, and I didn't really get a chance to run, but what I did do is go for a 5+ mile bike ride just from up where Megan works down to where my office was near Midtown Manhattan. It was a nice bike ride, took about 30 minutes, fairly low heart rate. It really wasn't anything too serious. I didn't want to sweat before I went into the office, but I was able to spend about 30 minutes doing that, light aerobic activity. So I'm going to just leave it at that for now. I'll probably have those 3 miles that I won't have total, included into this week. But again, we got some activity in there on that bike ride. I started it as an e-bike ride, but within like 5 seconds, I realized the bike was out of battery. These were just the classic city bikes in New York City. So we switched over to a non-pedal assist bike and went for the full bike ride from there. So got enough of a workout in, I think, where I'm comfortable just, letting it go. Maybe I'll do 3 miles tomorrow to make up for it, but I don't think I plan on it. I still want that extra rest day before our long 12-mile run on Sunday. Today, we're going to maybe go down to the Newburgh Waterfront and finally pick up where we left off on the last video. Maybe I'll get a chance to show all of you what's going on down there, and we'll get our 5 miles in for the day. That was a nice run. Not too bad at all. I really like the long gradual uphill that's, coming out of Newburgh, going up over the bridge, or I take that back. I don't love the uphill. It's hard, it's difficult, I hate it. But the New York City Half Marathon has a lot of those long drawn out uphills, so it's good to get the practice on something very similar. I think it helps the body. I mean, I've done this race before, it's the same course, so I know sort of mentally what to prepare for, how my body feels in different moments on the New York City half course. But, a year is a long time for muscles and everything, so to squeeze the very best out of myself, it's just good to get very similar course elevation map type runs into my training so my body knows how to react in those more difficult uphill, long situations in the middle of a half marathon. So let's go back inside, take a look at the run, one last little thing, probably use the massage gun a little bit, get ready, make sure my body is set for a long run this weekend, 12 miles. Let's get inside though. It's a nice day today. Okay, so we're all done with the run. I'll throw the stats right up on your screen now. You can see a very easy 5-mile run today. Heart rate average right around 138 beats per minute. So just taking the time, again, being nice and conservative, going up that long gradual hill, just getting the body used to it while we put on the miles week in and week out. I do want to make sure I'm keeping it fairly easy so I can go up to my next long run of 12 miles this weekend. It'll just be another challenge to, see how my legs are working out, see how my tendons and everything are feeling. Really, this is the first time we're now crossing 10 miles for a longer run since I've had some issues with my hamstring tendon and ankle tendon. So we'll see how it all plays out, but I'm definitely feeling pretty well today. And we've had some other longer weeks. We've had 2 10-mile runs already. We did some 8-mile runs in the middle of this week. So I'm feeling all right, and I'm feeling like the tendons are at least going to be able to be managed and not be an issue through the half marathon and hopefully even the full half marathon training block where I do go up to a 14-mile run 2 weeks out from the race. As far as the Newburgh area, it's just fun to share somewhere a little bit different. Waterfront's not somewhere I've ever run and had a video up on the channel. And honestly, it's different from winter to summer. In summer, there's a ton of boats and things that come in there from people all over the place. The ferry actually goes across the river from Beacon to Newburgh as well. And it's just a whole boating kind of community vibe over there. A lot of those plastic cup drinks and things like that for people hanging out on the river. Not necessarily my go-to spot, but just something different, and obviously not going to be that way this morning in the winter, when they're not even open for business, those restaurants. But in the summer, it's definitely a lot more lively when there's people out and eating on the patio and the river, things like that. Other than that, though, that's it for today. Thanks for watching, everybody. Have a nice run this weekend if you haven't done your long run already, and I hope to see you in the next video. Take care.